Okay,
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nightmare Road. I, of course, am one of your hosts, the I don't even know what to say, the very here, decon, here with the very illegal
shut up.
Laura Slasher. And today we're going to be continuing on the topic that we left off last week, which is going to be, the folklore of Latin America. or
Mexico.
from a folklore from Mexico.
Only Mexico.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just like we were talking last week how I just get like super nostalgic because a lot of that is really like ingrained in the culture where it seems like every aspect of life is it's surrounded by just that kind of shit. So it's not like you can just go down the street, and be like, well, guys, it's already 7 o'clock at night. I better go to my friends. It's just not like that. In the culture, you're like, well, it's 7 o'clock at night. I better be careful and I better have some protection. And I don't mean just like the little Trojans. I mean, I better have like protection, like my machete, my crucifix, my blessed medallion, and you're walking just in
Does
case.
anything protect you from La Llorona?
I honestly I don't know like much about that folklore
I'll
because
Google it.
you're gonna Google it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anything could so like for example with every it's almost like every creature or every uh see I don't know about La Llorona, but like every creature over there has something to defeat her.
Okay, well, it's very basic. It just says some cultural traditions and stories offer protection against her or ways to avoid her, including using holy water, crosses, or other religious symbols, praying, and staying away from bodies of water at night.
Yeah, you
So
think.
basically, just avoiding.
Yeah, so that's preventative
If
care.
she
That's not.
get, yeah, if she
That's
gets you, she gets you.
yeah. That's not even
That's it.
treatment. That's just like
No,
preventative.
no.
It'll be.
If she got you, that's it. You're
Yeah.
done.
It's like I have cancer. What do I do now? Well, have you tried not having cancer? So it is just one. It is one of those things. So I don't know. Okay, so like did I talk about last week about with La Ciguanaba? And when she appears, there's like a special herb that you can grab. Did I talk about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's called escobillo. That's what it's
yeah.
called. Yeah. So you have a escobillo. You have later it became like holy water. You bite the machete. You do all these things, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know if we talked about el cipitillo last week.
I don't know if you told a story about it. What's the story that you have?
Okay, so there's just a couple of stories. The one that that I heard was that La Ciguanaba was his mom and he was cursed because
Yeah, yeah. You talked about
okay, so the story is that in Cipitillo, he shows up in your house at night to eat the ashes from when you cooked because that's what he eat. What? He shows up.
it.
What
Okay, no, he eats the ashes. Okay.
yeah, he eats cenizas. He'll eat ashes.
Did you talk about that?
Yeah. So my grandmother, when I was a kid,
You did talk about
yeah.
that.
Okay, so there's a story. Okay, so when I was a kid, I had an aunt. Okay, and in places like that, like in Salvador, what happens is you have you could even have aunts or uncles that were like just a couple years older than you because of
Yeah,
how large those families are.
yeah. All the
So
Hispanics.
yeah, so I was 8, I believe I was
Sometimes there's even aunts and uncles that are
that are
younger than you.
younger. Yeah,
It's insane.
yeah. I have a uncle that is younger than me by a year.
That's so
It's
weird.
weird.
But there's like there's like I've heard stories of they're
Mhm.
like little like 3 4 year old and they're your uncle.
Yeah, and
That's
then they look
weird.
at you and they're like, "Mira, ese es tu tío." and
No thanks.
and
I
then
would
you and
never.
then you treat him like he's like your little cousin, tu
Yeah, I would
primito, but
never.
he's like, "Es tu tío."
I had a 2 year old aunt. I would not treat her like an aunt.
Can you imagine if she like tells you like
Carrying your
she's
aunt around,
yeah, she's
changing
like
your aunt's diaper. Like
yeah, she's
what
like
is that?
come tierra, like eat dirt, and you're like, well, I better obey my aunt. You're
No,
eating
absolutely
dirt.
not.
Anyway, no, so I had an aunt, and she was how old was I? I was 8, and she was probably around 12 or 13. That's
That's
crazy,
so
huh?
weird. Yeah.
So the story goes that. when she would go out to get water from the well, because you don't have a sink in the house. It's not like here where you just turn on the faucet, go get some water. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm. You have to get it from a well.
Yeah.
And the well is shared by a little community. So she would go get water from this well, and she would fill up a cántaro. You know what a cántaro is?
Like a
basin. Yeah, like a basin.
It's in loteria thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a basin for water. You fill it up, and then they put it on their shoulder or on top of their head, and that's how they carry it back. So, anyway, so whenever she would go to the well, El Cipitillo would like rattle branches, and yeah, cántaro. Mm-hmm. So El Cipitillo would rattle branches, and he would like throw like little rocks, like in her direction, mm-hmm. and she didn't know it was El Cipitillo, so she went home and she told my grandmother, like, "Mira, mamá," she was like, and then she's like, "Es El Cipitillo. El Cipitillo is trying to get your attention."
What is it that one does?
So El Cipitillo, he's not like he's more of a little prankster, an adorable little prankster. You know what?
Cool.
He's an adorable little prankster. I don't mean like a prank, like he's gonna make you go pick him up at the airport and he's not really there. You know?
Yeah.
A prankster, like he'll throw like little rocks, and he likes girls, so he'll go and he'll follow pretty girls. And what he ends up doing is he'll throw like little rocks, or he'll like if you're trying to cook something like with masa, he'll like go in there and he'll like throw the masa on the ground. He'll step on it, you know, just like so like a little douchebag,
like David Berkowitz smashing his grandma's crackers.
Yeah, crackers, you know, just slightly, you know, he's a fucking idiot.
Just inconveniences.
Yeah, just inconvenient. So, and he also shows up and he eats ceniza, because supposedly in the story was that when La Ciguanaba was out there whoring around, she would leave like her 3-year-old boy just to roam around the house.
Oh no!
And then the story is that he would get into the ashes and eat them because there was nothing in the house to like stop him, or like he was hungry, so he would just eat ceniza.
He's a whore and a neglectful mother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then that's why she was punished also, and he's like, well, we deal federally.
But yeah, you can't do both. You got to pick one.
Yeah, so it's like, we deal federally. Your son is getting it too. So he was forever cursed, and he has like a big stomach and a giant like a hat, and he just shows up and he just eats the ashes and he scatters.
How's that a curse, having a giant hat?
I don't like fucking.
You don't fit in cars.
You don't fit in, like, you can't get in a car.
You can't fit through doorways.
Yeah, through doorways, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the concert." And Cipitillo's like, "I want to come too." Like, you can't even fit your fucking hat through the door.
They can't see over you. You're gonna get kicked out.
You're gonna have to stay. And he's like, "Damn it." You know, but that's how
curse this hat.
You stupid hat. Have you ever tried taking it off? I can't.
So dumb.
It's like a baby doll. They're stitched onto my head. So anyway, so he'll show up and do this. Anyway, so he was like basically stalking my aunt, and he was like doing all these things. And then my grandmother said, "What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to eat." So the way that you get rid of them, if you're a pretty girl, is that you have to act like dirty, like with bad habits. I don't mean dirty like, "Hey there, big boy." Yeah. You know, I mean, like,
even more.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Cipitillo's uncle's gonna be following you around. You know, so you gotta do things like get mud and like rub it on your face. You know, burp, do all doing like nasty things that he'll find like that's not like that's kind of gross. Yeah, just like unattractive. So one of the best ways to do it is to go to the bathroom and just like sit like on the toilet. You don't have to like act like you're gonna go to the bathroom. You just sit like you can wear your clothes on, and then you take your food and you eat it like while you're in there. Yeah, because it's gross.
I'd rather get stopped by it.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Absolutely.
You know, so you have to sit and you gotta pretend like you're enjoying your meal, you know, like in there. So God, I'm so stupid. I just remember my aunt sitting there like in the bathroom, and I can hear her like in there like eating food, going, "Que rico." And then it sounds really stupid. When I was a kid, I was confused. I'm like,
did he stop stalking her?
Yeah, he did.
Jeez.
So after that, she said,
"He's so picky."
Yeah,
for having such a big hat.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Hey, that's what it is. He's like, "You see the size of this hat? You see this hat? Hey, baby girl, you see the size of this hat? You ever seen a hat this big?
Yeah.
You know, look at the size of this hat. You know where I got this hat? You know where I got this hat? You know what I mean?"
Well, he needs to hype it up. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, you can't get rid of it. You know, he's got like little lights, and like, all kinds of shit. It's like always crispy. Yeah, it's always Christmas one. Yeah. So tell this girl how I got this hat. Oh, I'm being good at my job, baby girl. So anyway, so yeah, he wears this giant hat, right? So then afterwards, he stopped throwing rocks at her. He stopped like eating the ashes around the house. He stopped like.
Oh no!
Yeah,
but he was cleaning at the same time.
Yeah. Well, no, because
I would have been pissed to be like, you really got him to go away.
Now I have to.
Now who's gonna clean?
Yeah, so that's why my grandmother had me scatter ashes outside. Like take them, just throw them out into the barranco, you know. And what's interesting is
you have to do it like far away though.
So the way that my grandmother's house was set up was that there was this like it was like this cliff, and it was like at the edge of the cliff right here. Mm-hmm. So it had like concrete blocks and everything. There was like a fence, and it wasn't fenced in to keep kids from falling off. It was fenced in because it's gonna sound really stupid, but monkeys would come in. It's a true story. Monkeys would come in and eat your food. They like would open the fridge. They would like do things.
Monkeys eating your food.
Yeah, they would come in. They would like eat the bread, eat the tortilla. They'd make a mess. Yeah, it's fucking it's crazy. You know?
No wonder people over there starving.
Yeah, it's a circus. You know. So yeah. So anyway, so there was like a drop off, and it was pretty high up there. And it was a drop off, so I had to take the ashes and just like throw them down this drop because like it's so low that even if you eat them down there, you're not gonna notice. He's not near your house.
Yeah,
he's all the way down there.
Would it be like a situation like stray animals? Like if you feed them, they keep coming back.
With
like if you sprinkle ashes like in a certain section of your yard, will he come back to try to eat more?
I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Like maybe that was something that I missed as a kid. Maybe that I was just like scattering them the same
spot.
Throwing
the ashes.
The same fucking spot.
He keeps coming back.
Around.
You were the one that had him stalking your aunt.
Yeah, imagine it's just like, oh, that's the guy.
She threw ashes one time.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Kept following her around.
He threw ashes and it landed on her head when she was down there, and that's why he follows her around. Yeah, the source of food. No, but that's the way it was the fact that it was all fenced in, thrown down the little cliff, and also what was creepy was that since it was a drop off, or also called a barranco, La Ciguanaba was prone to.
You got 2 in 1?
Yeah, it was prone to hanging out there because also there was a lavadero, and there was like a little community lavadero, like I would say like maybe I don't know 50 feet away from the house.
You think they know about each other?
Well, yeah,
like La Llorona knows about La Ciguanaba.
Like, yeah, calls her a whore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that bitch. Like, did you see that her son has a big ass hat? How do you think she got that hat?
So
you got that hat because she's a fucking whore. You know, that's how you got that hat. Dumb. You know, so anyway, but so yeah, so it was prone to like La Ciguanaba appearing during that region because there was 2 things: the Great Fall where men would fall, and also the little water. Because I think all it took was like a little bit of water and she'd show up. You know. So anyway, and in that place, I mean, holy shit, that place was. Looking back now, I went back as an adult back to, and I realized that area stinks. I never realized it stinks.
Like it smells?
Yeah, it smells bad because you gotta think. I had a cousin. He's dead. Yeah, I killed him. He owed me money. He wouldn't. I wanted a hat like a CPT, and he wouldn't give one to me, so I killed him. Anyways, so he collected animals like birds of all kinds. He had like guinea fowl,
live ones.
Yeah, live ones. They were just hanging, and it was and he had like a little makeshift like little pond that he made in his house. Mm-hmm. So he had everything from ducks to fish to all kinds of different things, like geese, turkeys, chickens, everything in his area. So when people would wash clothes, all the water would fall down this little it would make like a little river, like a little stream of just like dirty water, and ducks would go over there and just like wash their beaks in it, and then that's the sound they make.
Yeah,
they're washing their beaks. And they would all just hang out there, and all the animals would go over there, and they would shit everywhere, and it just stunk. It was like water that was just
like a zoo.
It was like a zoo. It was foul water. Animals would hang out there. Yeah, and it was a barranco.
When you go to the petting zoo,
like a petting zoo, get bit by a duck. Anyway, so so people would throw their garbage down that because it was like a big drop off. So people would just
okay.
Yeah,
like it stinks because there's these ducks.
No, wait.
Also, people throw their garbage.
So then people would go and they'd see like a giant drop off, and they're like, you know what? We can throw trash on it. You ever seen like the India when you're like
I saw this TikTok actually the other day where this girl is in India and she's like, I need to throw my trash away. And like she takes a bag and she takes it outside and she asks this guy, like, where do I throw this? And he's like, oh, just throw it over the wall. And she's like, no, 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 like I need to throw it in the trash. And he takes the bag from her and he just like dumps it's a trash can. He dumps it on the other side of the wall and they like put their phone up and it's just like it looks like a landfill,
a sea of garbage.
except there's like cars passing, there's people riding bikes, like there's businesses, like it's just.
I thought you'd say that he took the garbage can, he just like threw it against the wall.
I mean, basically,
like there you go, the wall in her house.
It was outside, right outside. I think she was like in a hotel or something. She didn't know where to throw the trash, and he was like, "Yeah, just throw it on the floor
over there, right on top of that guy." It's a good deal. It's gonna show up and clean up later.
There was a really bad video. There was a body on the ground, and they were throwing the. He was like on a carpet, and they got the carpet and they just threw it off to the side. Like that's hazardous, and like they just threw it to the side where people were like walking and stuff. And I was like, all right, whatever, man.
That's how it used to be. I don't know how it is now because I haven't been there in so long.
Well, that video was from like last year.
So. Oh, I'm talking about El Salvador.
Oh.
In El Salvador, when somebody would die, when like the homeless would die, they would just lay there on the street, and if they didn't have family, they would just lay there, and there's dogs that would show up, like in packs of dogs. I mean, like 30 dogs.
Absolutely.
They call them chucho callejeros. Chucho callejeros, and they'd show up, and there's like a shitload of them. They would just eat them. They're all just hanging around, just eating them.
That's so gross.
And so people would just like walk around, and as a kid, I always like avoided it. If I saw like a crowd of dogs, I'm like, someone's dead. So I wouldn't go near it. I'd be like scared,
Is the smell not off-putting?
Well, that's the thing dogs? Is that to dogs, they like it.
That's what I don't understand.
Like they like stuff like that.
Like so, they like the smell of like flies when they go to like it's just like, why do you like gross things?
I don't know what it is. They like it.
So nasty.
Like when a chicken dies or an animal dies and you bury it, you gotta bury it deep and put something on top because the dogs will smell it, smell the carcass, and I'll just go dig it up and they eat it. And then they're happy.
So nasty.
And then they show up and like trying to lick your face, and they have like
that's what's gross.
Yeah, and
that's why I don't like when people are like, let me share this ice cream cone with my dog. Like, no.
Yeah, he just ate like a cat turd. And he's
like, he's just licking himself.
Yeah, you might as well just like lick a carcass. So anyway, like, oh, let me do you a favor. Like, why don't you just throw this ice cream into India?
Shut up. Oh my god.
So anyway, so the dogs would eat the corpses, and I would always go around. I don't know why. I had this fear. I had this fear as a kid, and it might be really irrational that I would walk by these corpses because I had to go to school, and then they're like, "There's a dead body there," and then my friend would be like, "Pasa hambre, yeah."
Wait, but what was your fear?
So
passing the dead body?
My fear was that it was gonna reach out and grab me.
Oh yeah,
like that was my fear. I was gonna walk by. And have you ever seen those videos like of like morticians?
Yeah.
And then so when your body's dead, some of the nerves stay alive.
Yeah.
So
it like twitches.
They twitch, or they'll like reach out and grab.
No, thank you. Nope.
Because
I feel like that can't be, like, I know it's normal, right? It happens, but that shouldn't be able to happen. That would freak you out because it grabs you. It's dead.
Yeah, there's a video out there where this guy's like, he's explaining something, like, and then you want to cut here, and then he goes and the body grabs him, and then he runs off. He's like, oh!
What's weird is how does it know that something is there to grab? You know what I mean?
I think that what it is the fact that the nerves are still alive and there's like still pain receptors are still occurring through. So the moment that you stab into the body, I think that immediately the reaction is the nerves are still reacting. So they reach out into the direction where the
pain is.
Where the pain is. So they reach out into that direction.
What would that be? Is that just like regular pain? Is it like phantom pain because you're dead?
Well, I think that's what it is, because when you burn yourself on a stove, you don't have to think like, oh, I'm in pain, I better lift up my hand.
Like phantom pain. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Your leg gets amputated and you still feel your toes.
You feel like my foot hurts. Like how? You don't even have it anymore.
What are you talking about?
That's insane.
If I was an amputee, what?
Go. I don't know what you're gonna say.
But if I was an amputee, you know how they have the fake feet?
Yeah.
If I was an amputee, I would put like a blanket like down to like my knees, and then I would put like the stub like right next to my other foot, and then I would just put like the fake foot next to it. So you're like, what the fuck's going on there? Anyway, all right. So back to the damn story.
Back to Mexico.
Back to Mexico. So yeah, that was what I was afraid of, that a body was gonna grab me. And then eventually you just get, and that's what's gross. What's gross is the fact that
You get used to it.
you get so used to it that there was one time there was a couple of homeless guys and they were fighting, and this guy was like, "Deja mi pollo," because they were like fighting over a chicken.
Wait. Hold on. Like a live one or like a plate of chicken?
I don't know.
Which one would be worth it more?
A live chicken, because you get eggs.
Because you get eggs.
You get eggs. So, but they were fighting. He says, "Deja mi pollo," I'm like, "Leave my chicken." So he smashes the other one in the head with a rock.
Oh my
He
god!
hit him in the head with a rock,
Jeez.
and the guy falls back. And I just remember like hitting and hearing that thud.
No.
When that thud.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Don't do that.
So it does that. It did that thud, and I remember like his eyes were just like looking at the sky, and he was like laying there, and he was still blinking. He was still alive, and he was just bleeding. And then this lady was pissed, and she had like a couple of guys like move him away from her fruit stand.
I was gonna say,
because he was like blocking the entrance, so people couldn't get to her fruit stand.
You're driving away business with your bleeding head.
Yeah, so and it wasn't even that he was like bleeding; it was because people couldn't walk to her stand because his body was in the way. So a couple of guys grabbed him by the legs and just dragged him.
Should have just stepped over him.
Yeah, it was,
or on him.
Yeah, just imagine. He's like those polar bear rugs.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about. I'm also gonna say something about rugs, but yes, I've seen those. But okay, so I don't know if you've seen. There's like TikToks of these these guys. They wrap themselves in a rug and they lay across like a section of like trash or whatever in New York because they have a fetish of being stepped on. And so people don't know that they're inside the rug and they're like stepping on this rug and like walking over them. And they're doing it on purpose. Like they just lay on the sidewalk inside of a rug so that people can step on them.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm like, yeah, that's why I jumped.
Yeah. So, anyway, so these guys, I'll never forget this. He's like, "Mira, chepe, que she's like, doing her stupid shtick." So these guys grab the guy by the ankles and they drug him a couple of feet. And I just remember he's just, it's not even funny. It's sad because I can hear him going,
the bleeding guy.
The bleeding guy.
They were understandable because they were dragging his raw head.
Dragging him, and then they just left him there. So anyway, so that happened, right? So I go to school or whatever, and then I walk through like a different like part of the street, and I look, and I still see that he's still laying there. So then, like a couple of days later,
was he still laying there?
And he was there. Only now he was gray.
Oh no.
He was gray, and it was like it was.
Do they okay? So like they lay there, right, and they stay there like dead. But do people like loot off the bodies? Like, do they take their shoes?
Well, he was homeless. He had nothing.
Oh, okay. But like, if a normal,
person, if
you
he
think
didn't
like
have family,
homeless would pass by. And take their
they would loot his body. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
the butterscotch from the back.
Yeah, exactly. So he was laying there, and I just remember, and I was really curious because I was a kid, I was stupid, and I'm like, I kind of want to see like what he looks like. So I remember that I like walked like not close enough because I was scared that he was gonna stink, and I just remember looking, and it was like flies like going into like his head, like the cavity was open, and he was like pretty, and it was black like over like where the blood was, and they were like going into his head, and then I just remember that, and then after that I kind of like avoided going down that area. So I don't know what happened. Eventually, I imagine that's what it normally happens. Dogs go in.
That reminds me of a book I read.
What was it called? Homeless in Osaka?
I don't remember what it was called, but it was about this bug. I think it was like a worm or something that fell in love with the dead body that he was like eating.
What kind of shit are you
he was like talking about the bug, right? Was talking about how he like ate something, I don't remember what, and he's like, I nestled in her eye socket.
Ew.
Imagined my life with her or whatever.
what is that?
It was
Is that like that Japanese cannibal?
no.
That's like you know you ever seen Moana, like that character Moana, Maui?
Yeah.
Okay, so that character was an actual demigod in Polynesian folklore. Do you know how he died?
How?
So he was a guy that wanted to like extend fishing days, so he like threw his hook into the sun and he kind of like held it steady
Mm-hmm.
so that the sun wouldn't move, so they had more time. He basically took eel like an eel and he like turned it into a like tied it into a knot and threw it up in a tree, and that's how coconuts began. Yeah, he did
Oh
all
yeah,
kind.
yeah, yeah. The song. I
Yeah.
know that whole song.
So that those things that he actually come. So the way he died was that there was a goddess of life and death,
Mm-hmm.
and the belief was that because people emerge from the vaginal canal into
Mm-hmm.
like that's how you're born. He thought maybe if I crawl up and emerge from her mouth, I can bring immortality to people. So he transformed himself into a worm and he climbs up her canal, and then she had obsidian teeth up there, and then she
What?
chewed them up, and that's how he died.
Obsidian teeth
Obsidian teeth
in her canal.
in her canal.
Why did she have that?
I don't know. I didn't write this. I didn't write the story, so
Well,
I don't know. So that's how he died. It was that he got chewed up by these obsidian teeth.
jeez,
Like
it's
you
like
know,
that. It's like that.
he got snatched
It's like
up.
that movie. I think it's called Teeth.
Oh, it's like that. Oh, I was gonna say it's like that movie. Which one? James and the Giant Peach. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly
um.
like that.
So anyway, like fuck, I got way off track. So
What were we
anyway,
talking about?
I don't even know what's this episode. Uh, so all right, so there's a ghost
hmm
that is called La Descarnada.
I'm still looking for the name of that book, just in case anybody wants
Nobody
to read.
wants to read that shit. Our audience are decent people. So La Descarnada.
Uh-huh.
And La Descarnada is a story of. It has like a lot of different. I couldn't find like it wasn't like pre-colonial. This was like more like 1800s, where this witch, and because they believe that a witch can transform into animals and she could like shapeshift, and this witch, she would stand like by this like this little thing that she basically like made on the dirt to make it
hmm
like sacred,
hmm
and she would stand there and she would say bajate carne, bajate carne, and like her skin would begin to fall off,
Ew.
and then her skin would begin to fall off, and then she would like run into the night like as like a skeleton. I don't know
hmm
why she would do that, but that's the story. So the story goes that guys were sick of her terrorizing the town. So what they did was they waited for her to remove her skin. So what they did was that when she ran like into the jungle, they went and they salted her skin. They
Oh
put
my
salt.
god.
So then she went back and she stood over her body, over her skin, and she's like, "All right, time for the meat to come back on." You know, like subite carne, and the meat wouldn't move because now it was like dispelled. So then she ran into the jungle now because she couldn't get her skin back on. So they say that what she would do is she would disguise herself as a regular woman by wearing like a long dress, and she would wear like a hood, and she walks down the side of the road.
hmm
So people would go and they would pick her up. People like either by horseback or eventually by vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Like they would pick her up, like, oh, there's a girl walking, down this road, and it's 2 in the morning. So pick her up, and then she gets in the car, and you try talking to her, and immediately she pulls her hood down, and it's just like her raw skin,
hmm
and then she scares you, and then supposedly what she tries to do is like put your skin on hers, but it never works. So then she has to
Ew.
flee. Yeah, so that's called La Descarnada. So,
Should I say the name of the book?
well, I guess.
Well, it's a book with a bunch of stories in it, and the book is called "They Were Here Before Us" by Eric LaRocca. It's a weird book. I
His
think
name is Eric the Rock.
no. Well, if you're talking about Mexico, yeah, but
Yeah,
it's Eric
La Roca the
LaRocca. Yeah,
Rock. Can
yeah.
you smell? Um,
The story is a beetle, and it says a beetle becomes fixated on a dead woman's body, developing a twisted form of love for her and fiercely protecting her remains. It's kind of sad, honestly.
it's kind of gross.
Yeah, it was kind of sad though,
It's a
because like,
typical woman
well,
book.
because you're in the mind of the beetle, and he's like, oh my god, she's disappearing because she's not a perp. She's running away. He's
Santa,
eating her too.
Santa Muerte. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's La Descarnada, and that's why they always tell people, like when you're going down the road, and if you see a hooded woman, like just avoid her. Like don't slow down, don't actually speed up, and just like move. Treat it like you treat a jogger when they're going down your direction. Just do that big swirl thing
Yep,
to
yep.
miss them. Do that, and then just keep driving. And don't even in some instances they say don't look at her through your rear view mirror because if you do, she's gonna be in the back seat.
Ew.
Yeah, so they just drive and just keep going. I have a story like that.
I don't even drive, so.
So this was back in Utah. Back in Utah, there was this long like dirt road. This was around Harrisville, like before they like fully developed it. There used to be this place. It was like a train tracks. It was kind of like a dirt road, half dirt, half asphalt, because they kind of like half-assed a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was driving, and this was like 1 in the morning. I'd say 1 in the morning, and I was driving down this road, and there was like a girl, and she was walking up the road, like going like the same direction that I was going, and then I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, should I? And I started to slow down, and I'm like, should I pick her up?
What else would you be looking for driving around at 1 in the
Yeah,
morning?
it was like, oh, lot lizard. So I saw her, and I was like, fuck, should I pick her up? And I got a bad feeling, so instead I just like did the man thing, and then I just like went around her, and then just kept driving, and then I looked through the rear view mirror, like to see, like, fuck, like I hope I didn't startle her, and there was no one there on the road. Then
She in the back seat.
I stopped the car. No, she wasn't. I stopped the car, and then I was kind of like waiting for her to catch up, and there was like no one there.
What do you mean waiting for her to catch up?
Because
she was walking in the same direction.
Because she was walking in the same direction.
Okay, yeah.
Pay attention. So I was walking in the same direction. I just like went around her, and then I just like looked, and there was no one there, so I stopped, and I just wanted to. Just like to tell myself, like, that's just a person, like probably
whatever. If you saw her, you were gonna,
yeah, right,
you were gonna reverse.
Hey, get on.
Pull a Yui.
Yeah, pull a Yui. He was like, hey, what's up? Got any skills? Yeah. Then I didn't see anybody, and I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah, so that was like, one of those. Well, it was one of my experiences. I don't know what the hell you want to call that. So, with a midnight lot lizard. So yeah, so that's one of the stories is La Descarnada, which to me is because it came after like the colonial, and then with the I don't think there's like too many roots there. There's like how do you defeat her? There's like no
it's
thing.
Just a story.
It's just a story. I wonder if it's like the story of like almost like Bloody Mary, and like it just becomes like one of those. Like be careful with La Descarnada.
Yeah. Have you ever done the Bloody Mary thing?
No.
Me neither. Even though I'm like, that's not real. I won't do it, but that's not real.
I don't know. I've never had an interest. Like, I've never done that.
Well, who would be interested in trying to summon something?
Punch that bitch in the face. So it's just one of those things where, like that, like when you look at it, like there's so many scary stories out there that a lot of people don't go out at night.
See, and that's the thing with like, okay, like again, like the Bloody Mary thing, like. I feel like people are scared of these things because they believe in them. So like the Bloody Mary thing, people that believe in that or the people that actually, I guess, like believe in things like that are not going to want to summon something. Like you're not going to want to. So like you can say as many times as you want, like, I want to do it. Like I'm going to do it. Like you don't actually believe in it then. Yeah. Because if you actually believed in it, you wouldn't be trying to summon something.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Especially in a mirror.
Yeah. Which there's actually is a scientific I don't even know what to call it. They say that it's your brain. So if you go into a mirror, you do it right now, everybody. Go into a mirror, dim the lights where you can barely see.
Is this spooky? You should whisper.
If you can barely see your reflection, and if the lights are dim, right? You get dim lights, and you can. And you can't tell your own features. And if you look into the mirror long enough, your brain tries to put together what it's seeing. So like your reflection literally will change to fill in the blanks. So you know how people look into the mirror and they say the name of the person they want to see, and eventually that comes through. I forget what that type of magic is actually called. It's a form of mysticism. Um, it's like I think it's like
Hmm.
I think it's like Oculus or something like that. I forget what it's called. It's got a name. But anyway, so if you do that in a mirror and it's dim enough, like your brain will just fill in the blanks because you can't see like features that well. So your brain's like, okay, I think this goes here and this goes there,
Hmm.
and you end up with like a completely different reflection than you, and then you're like, oh shit, I saw him, and it's like no, it's your brain putting something together, you
Yeah.
know. So, but maybe it's not scientific. Maybe it's not your brain. Maybe it's literally something knocking on that door.
Yeah. See, like the whole like cover your mirrors when what is it? Cover your mirrors when like it's
When
raining or
there's a
something.
thunderstorm,
Yeah.
when somebody dies, when
I've never first of all, I don't have any mirrors in my room. Like there's one like in the closet, but it's just kind of like closed off. So like I've never, had to like go around and do it. But also I just wouldn't cuz like I don't get it. Like why? Like what is it that people believe about the
so
thunderstorm thing?
they believe that basically what it is that the mirror like pulls energy.
Mhm.
So if there's a thunderstorm, it's going to attract lightning because lightning is composed of energy. So it's going to pull in the lightning and it's going to strike it. And if it shatters the mirror, whatever's on the other side during the storm, it's going to come through. And there's no way
Hmm.
for you to get it back because the door is now destroyed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Inside the house though.
Yeah, like inside the house.
Oh.
Just like when they say don't shower during a thunderstorm, because if you're showering during a thunderstorm and the thunder strikes someone, like the lightning strikes,
Mhm.
that current can actually travel up the pipes and it could electrocute you.
Is that real? Like, has
So
there ever been recorded?
there's been recorded cases where that's happened, but they don't know what happened. Like they're
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like this person was charred, you know.
Can you imagine the
This person was
smell?
charred, but we don't know what happened.
Oh god.
You know, so they're attributing could that happen? Yeah. You know, have we recorded it? We don't know.
Can you imagine like
You're just
you're you're like showering and your family's out there like, geez, it never came out.
this
Like
motherfucker. Well, just
never got out of here.
talking shit on you. Like
Yeah, just like hurry
this
up.
piece of shit using up all the water. I hope this piece of shit. So you know, they even say it bluntly. I hope he gets struck by lightning.
You finally open the door and
You
he's
open the
a
door and
soggy, charred mess
yeah,
in the
you open
shower.
the door and then it's like that
Oh god.
it's like that piece of food that you leave in the oven and you forget about it for months. It just keeps getting cooked over and over.
In the grill, like when
In
you open the grill at a park
yeah,
and it's been raining and
yeah. There's a hot there's a hot dog
burned hot dog
just in the bottom. You you don't even bother to remove it.
in the.
You just repeat the process. You just like put your carne asada over there.
This is disgusting.
You do that Mexican thing where your family sends you to a park to go reserve a grill. Like,
Yeah.
make sure nobody takes that grill. So you walk over, and just put your hand on it.
Like, oh god.
Like it's the game where
Whoever takes off their hand last gets the car.
yeah, like it's like yeah. Turn it on to like make it extreme.
So
like
stupid.
that game when they're chasing you and they're gonna tag you and you're like base and then
Oh.
you touch something like it's like that.
Like tag.
You know, somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna use this grill. You're like base.
The person that makes the rules is always the one that, obviously they want to win. And
Yeah,
so
they
they're like,
want to win.
this is base, and they just put their hand on the thing right next to them, like, okay, cheater.
This is
whatever.
base. Yeah, like this is base. What is it? What if you're playing with a predator and he's like, base is my crotch?
this is base.
He's like that fucking camp counselor.
Everybody come to base now.
Yeah.
So gross.
Oh, you want to be safe?
Okay.
You're gonna get tagged.
Jeez.
You're gonna get a freeze tag. You want to be frozen for days? And they're gonna eat my dogs because you can't move.
Oh my god! What if that's what Tim Burton was doing?
Jeez, yeah, Tim Burton. Like, hey, you kids want to play bass? You want Beetlejuice to come? Anyway, too late. He already did.
Oh my god!
So anyway, so like another. Let's do the last. The last thing.
Mhm.
So okay. Oh jeez. There's some like see this is the thing is I have so many to choose from. So like which one am I gonna go with? Okay, so Did I tell the story last week about the pig woman?
No.
Okay, so
Are you telling stories about me?
yeah, okay. So there was so witches can shapeshift, right? They can turn
Uh-huh.
into animals, they can do all these things. And one of their favorite animals to turn into is a pig.
Why?
Because the pig is big and it's fast, and
Okay.
yeah, and it bites and
You
it
know,
does all this.
hippos are really fast.
Yeah,
It's
I
weird.
think they can run like 30 miles an
It's
hour.
weird seeing that.
Yeah, there's like run, their little
Yeah.
legs kicking.
Yeah.
They look like an Oscar Mayer
Like
wiener truck.
rhinos too. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, rhinos make sense. I mean, but
Well,
hippos look like Rosie
there was
O'Donnell.
oh God. There was one animal I saw on TikTok and I was like, wow, that's really fast. I think it was like a little boar or something. And they're just crazy. Like they run so fast. Little
So
pigs.
yeah, well, pigs are fast.
Well, I know,
They're
but it
fast.
like they have tiny little
And
legs. It's
they're
just weird.
yeah, they're quick, and also they're really strong. So a lot of
Ew.
people that are like professional boar hunters, like that's what they. A lot of them have scars on their legs
Yeah, it's so dangerous.
because the boars, they'll actually what they'll do is they'll run and then they'll turn and they swipe you with their tusks.
Yeah, they have
And
huge. I've seen a bunch of videos of like these wild boars coming into like parks, and families are just like standing there like frozen, like don't move, just let them leave or
yeah,
whatever.
no, not me, bro. We're happy. Damn.
You're gonna raise your fist. Real quick.
Yeah, just like I want to just beat them. Anyway, so yeah, so there's okay. This is a story
Mhm.
that I heard, and a lot of people have confirmed it when I was a kid.
Like you talking at 6 months.
Yeah, okay, that's a thing.
Okay,
Anyway,
I believe you.
good. Otherwise, you're fired. So okay, so the story goes, there was a pig,
Mm.
and this pig, the sow, was terrorizing this little area. She would go in at night, hit her head against the door. So you got to think, like, these are not like houses like that we see, here. These are houses that a lot of them are like a. Have you ever seen those tin roofs and they have like a little wavy thing?
Yeah,
Some people cut those and they shape them into doors and they just put like two pieces of wood to like keep them like steady.
they shape
They cut
the.
them. They cut them into a rectangle,
Yeah.
and then they put wood like in a way so that they can actually like put hinges so they can like.
Oh, okay, I see,
Open.
I see, I see, I see. Okay, okay.
Okay.
I was
So
like, it's already in the shape of a door. It's a rectangle.
yeah,
But no, I know what you mean.
but
Yeah,
yeah, so
like they
yeah,
frame it.
yep. So this pig would go in and just like hit its head against this door until finally the door swung open, or until and my grandma to this day with all the stuff. So my dad would like tell her like, hey, I can have you build an actual steel door. She still has the same aluminum door made from aluminum siding, and you know how she makes sure that nothing goes through. She has a shoelace on top, and there's a nail on this wall that
Mm-hmm.
it connects to, and she just takes the shoelace and she ties the door at the top so
Mm-hmm.
that an animal can't like open it. And it's like, what about people? And they're like, yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah,
So that's how it's done. So anyway, so this pig would ram its head against the door until the door swung open. It would go in and bite people. So
that's
so they would go in and bite people, and if you have a child, it would bite the child and drag it out of the house.
that's insane.
Because if you know a pig can do that.
Yeah,
Some pigs get up to 300 pounds. That's insane. Like yeah. So think about that. So anyways, it'll go in and it'll look for a child. So a lot of areas where this pig is going, like it's going literally going door to door, just looking for the sound of the baby crying.
I feel like there was a story that I read of this baby. Sorry, this baby
He
like
was ugly.
falling into yeah, this baby falling into a pig pen,
Jeez.
and
Yeah.
pigs had a little snack.
Yeah, bro. Because old people, they fall down, they break their legs, and they fall into a pig pen, and they eat. Yeah, they do.
I know, I
Pigs
know.
are motherfuckers. Anyway, so let's not get demonetized. So anyway, so it was going door to door looking for the sound of the pig. So anyway, like these young men were
Mhm.
basically like, we're gonna kill this pig, not knowing that it was a witch. So this pig goes into the little village. They ambush it with their machetes and they're hacking, and they're saying these machetes are just like glancing off of her and bouncing.
Mhm.
And the pig bites them all, just like bites each one in the leg, and then runs off into the jungle.
That's so gross.
So everybody got sick. They got like a really high fever that night. A couple of them actually died, from the fever.
Yeah.
And so then this is where the story comes in. So then they went and they told my grandfather, like, mira Juan, and mira, que aquí hay there's a pig here, and this pig is like, we think it's a witch. We try to attack with a machete, and he says, I'll be there tonight. Said, okay, so so he showed up, and my grandfather would wear, like um like if you look at a campesino, like campesino clothes, but he had a fedora that was given to him. Yeah, so he had his. Imagine these like impoverished, torn clothes,
Mm.
but while wearing a nice fedora. It looks stupid.
You're so rude.
So he went there with his blessed machete, and I'll tell you guys how to make your own blessed machete. So he went there with his blessed machete, and he waited for this pig with all these men. So pig, just like clockwork, right? This time they wanted this pig to be cornered, so they had this woman bring out her baby while it was crying outside of the house,
Oh
and the
God.
baby was crying, and then like clockwork, it was rah, rah, rah,
That's
the
so
sound of
nice.
this pig, the
Like to
squeal.
attract.
Yeah, and then this pig comes running in, and then guys, and this pig doesn't give a fuck. This pig is going directly for this kid. So then my grandfather takes his
You could do that with
machete.
flies.
The what?
You could do that with flies.
Yeah, you.
If you have like a fly or two in your
Yeah,
house, you turn off all the lights and you,
yeah,
you go to the window.
yeah. So he went with the machete, and they say that he goes and he cuts like the pig, and then the machete actually cuts the pig, and then the pig kind of flinches, and the pig panics,
Mm-hmm.
and like the pig like looks and it's confused, and it backs up and then runs into the into the jungle. And then he was like, we need to find this witch. So they're looking for this. They're basically tracking the blood. So then they finally come to this house where there was a young woman there in this house, and she had like a big slash on her back, and she was over there trying to tend to it while she was in the house.
Uh-huh.
Because that's where the blood led, and he was like, "This is where I cut the pig." So he hacked her to death with a machete.
Jeez.
And after that, no more pig running through. And how do you make a blade that dispels magic? Well, this is how you do it.
Tell me.
Okay, this is how you do it. So you take, it could be a knife, it could be just any object that cuts.
Uh-huh.
And what you do is you have to take the ashes of a predator and the ashes of prey. So it could be any animal that like is a predator, coyote. I actually have a witch killing knife, witch killing blade. I think you've seen it in the background.
Yeah.
And I heated it up until it was red, like on a campfire. And then what you do is I use the coyote bone, ground it up, and then I sprinkled it, like where you have to heat it up obviously, otherwise it won't crumble. So then you sprinkle that into the metal, and then you just let it quench, and then it like makes the blade like dark gray in some spots, and then now
Do you have
have
to dip
that.
it in water?
But no, you just let it.
Oh, okay.
Just do that. So anyway, then you have to take the bone of prey,
Mm-hmm.
or the ashes of bone of prey, and I use the cow femur. So then I just like shaped it as the handle. So then you do that, and you just put like a couple little like holy symbols. I use crosses, and then that's it. And then you have a blade that can actually dispel magic and cut a witch, or a skinwalker, or a bruja, like anything magical.
Yeah.
That utilizes sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And yeah, and he had his blade. It's his machete.
You should probably tell people if they're gonna try that, you're not responsible for them getting burned or burning anything down.
Nah, go ahead. Set yourself on fire. Anyway, so that's one of the stories. It's like he got rid of this way, and he was like a hero, and that was just his thing. It was just like whenever there was an issue with like a magic, or they found like cursed objects hanging from trees, he would have to go and like take them down. From there, my dad kind of took over that role when my when my grandfather died, and they're like, "Mira, Manuel," he would go. We saw, these little dolls hanging from trees. We saw this symbol again. He's like, "Well, let's go look." And then he would go, and then he would like take them down because people were afraid to touch it. People were afraid to like go near it, so he would go and he would just take. So when the story goes that when my grandfather died, more people were practicing witchcraft openly,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they found out that my dad took over, a lot of there was a famous guy. Actually, you can go on YouTube and you can type in like Festival de Sonsonate,
Mm-hmm.
and all those kind of things, and what you can see is there's a famous brujo who was like dancing. I forget his fucking name. People are like, there he is, and he was dancing. He was doing all these things. In Izalco, they have a lot of festivals, and this guy, of course, shows up, and he's got like his medallions and all kinds of things. That son of a bitch was from Ilopango, from where my family's from, and I guess that when my dad was going around asking where he was, he actually fled the area. He left,
Uh-huh.
So and now there he is, and so. So what's
Oh,
funny is
jeez.
people saw him and they're like, mira, te andaba buscando somebody, so and so's looking for you, and then he was like, oh shit. So what's funny is that like I seen him on YouTube, and I'm like, I should go there and beat his ass.
Is it his YouTube channel?
Yeah, he's at
You should just comment like,
just
I heard this
comment on
person's looking
it's
for
like,
you.
I know who you are. I'm coming for you. But yeah, it's interesting because like imagine there's like now we can practice, this guy's dead, and then it's like, wait a minute, his son's taking off. It's like it sounds so ridiculous,
Yeah.
because in a way it is, like when I think about it, it is
Mm-hmm.
pretty ridiculous, but also like to me it's just so magical.
What would you consider that though? Like,
It's okay, so it's the pull of logic and then the pull of nostalgia.
mm-hmm.
So I'm like having two things, and they're like, it's like the white cadejo and the black cadejo. They're fighting it out.
But do you believe in it?
No comment.
But do you believe in it?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't as a teenager, but then
Uh-huh.
like as I began to see, I'm like, okay, like I did a show yesterday, and I was talking about that mentalist Banachek.
Uh-huh.
Watch that guy do things and tell me that son of a bitch doesn't have powers. He's like, this is all trick. I'm a mentalist.
Well, yeah, that's what the one that I showed you, the other guy.
Yeah, he
I
was
need to
like,
see his name.
he's like, I have no powers, but then he does all these things, and he's like,
Yeah.
and then it's
This-
like, okay, how are you doing? And he won't even explain it either.
No.
Like, these are just tricks. And it's
Crazy.
like, okay, well, how did you do it? Like, these are just tricks. Okay.
This guy, I don't even think that this guy like attempts to say that like, oh, this is what I did or whatever. His name is Kevin Hamden on TikTok. I'm pretty sure he has like Instagram and stuff. Yeah, Kevin Hamden, Hamdan. He guesses like full names and things. He what?
What? What do you mean?
He guesses full names and
I'm just sitting here.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't think mentalists can do that.
Yeah,
Like guess things that you're thinking about.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
And he's not even like pulling information. Like he's
No.
not saying what was the place, what was the what was the. No, he just think about it. This is the name you were thinking about. You're like, what the hell?
Like the fake seconds.
Yeah, that was crazy. it's so anyway. All right, guys. I know that we got away from the topic a lot. It was just it's a fun topic, and there's like really you can go all directions. I think the content was good. Well, the topic was entertaining. I enjoyed it. If you guys don't like it, hit you with my magical machine. No, but seriously, it's just like I said, the logical side of my brain is kind of like, how is this and what does this look like? And I have to step away from.
Okay, wait. So what is it that you believe in? Like the folklore, or like the stuff, or like witchcraft, or both?
Yes.
All
of it.
So what's the least witchcrafty thing that you still consider witchcraft?
The least witchcrafty thing?
Yeah, like the thing that's like okay, like the egg thing, because that's like normal.
That's sorcery.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Like something that somebody would do that, I guess they just never think about.
Okay. Here's the thing. Have you ever heard somebody saying like, "Oh, it's gonna rain because I feel it in my bones"?
Yeah.
Like, my bones hurt when da 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 da. That's sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Not everybody can do that. And then that person's like, or it's a cloudy day, when it's cloudy, there's lightning, and it
Hmm.
says in a thing, it's like it's gonna rain, and that person's like, it's not gonna rain. Like, how do you know? Like, look at those. It says there's like an 85% chance, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna rain because I can feel it in my knees, and you're like, okay, you fucking crazy person, and then it doesn't rain, and then there's times when
My mom does that.
what a
My mom does that.
bruja.
Like my thumb hurts, and then like it's gonna rain.
Okay, my thumb hurts and it starts
Like
snowing.
yeah, she's like my thumb hurts. It's gonna get cold soon, and then it gets cold.
It's
And I'm like,
cold.
she's like, it's because I'm old. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
But so it's just stuff like that. Like that to me, it's kind of like people see it as benign, and to me, I'm like, that's sorcery. Like, you're a witch.
Like the sana sana colita de rana.
Yeah, like sana sana colita. That's a legitimate thing.
Mhm.
Like that's something that you see them do, like the little kids. Like, you hit your head and they're like,
Mhm.
sana sana colita. You know what that translates to?
Well, I do,
Okay,
but
heal the ass of a frog.
yeah, that's so stupid. That's the
And
direct translation. I
that's
wonder what that is though. Like,
um.
what even?
So okay, there's a lot of folklore that surrounds it. One of the things that I heard was that, or I read, there used to be this book, and the year was 1994, and this person was handing out these books called "Cómo cambiar la conducta," how to change your conduct, and on there it had like spells and all kinds of shit, and it had a short story of the Sana Sala Colita de Rana, and on there it talked about how they would rub your head with a frog,
Yeah.
and
So I just googled it, and it says it translates to "heal, heal, little frog's tail."
yeah,
So
yeah, I
would
said
they?
the ass of a frog. It's funnier.
Would they rub it with the?
They would rub. Okay, so they would rub your head with a frog, and apparently the ailment, the injury would translate to the frog, and then they would kill the frog. So, like, basically, like, your injury. That's one of the things that I read when I was a kid. There's got to be a lot of different stories.
Google's over here telling me it's a placebo effect.
Okay, well, yeah, no, well, yeah, like, that's little kids, and kids
Yeah.
believe it because what do you use? Just your hand, like sana sana colita
Yeah.
rana, and then they're listening to the words, and then it's like
Mhm.
it takes their mind off of the thing.
Yeah.
So, can you imagine if Google's like, this works, this is sorcery, don't go to the doctor.
Like the egg thing.
Yeah, like the egg thing. Like, you cut off your
It
fingers.
it works.
Use the egg thing.
Have you not? You've never done it?
No, I'm not
Or
doing
it's
that.
never,
shit. Like,
like-
number one, it was never allowed in the house.
It's never been done to you.
No, like, I would not allow that.
You've never cleansed yourself with an
No,
egg.
no, hell no, get that shit away from me.
I have.
I'm not doing that.
I'll show you how to do it.
No, fuck
I'll post
that.
a short.
No, post a short, and it's just like
I'll post a short
this
showing
is
everybody
how,
how
this
to
is
do
how
it.
you do it. Yeah, you go missing. They're like, yeah, how many eggs will it take you to bring it back?
Not too many right now. They're expensive.
Oh, maybe a dozen. Jumbo eggs,
Like $6.
$50 for a pack.
Never mind. Keep it.
But no, it's just things like that, and it seems benign, but like to me, because of the upbringing, it's sorcery.
Mhm.
So like things that we see, like even things like reading the daily horoscope. What's the daily horoscope? I'm like, that's
I don't do
sorcery. Get that shit away from me.
I don't do that.
I don't do it.
I don't.
You know how hard it is for me to read a fortune cookie? Like it's
My last fortune cookie said a refreshing change or something is coming.
yeah, like it's hard for me. I can't.
I'm gonna drown.
Like I can imagine you drowned in like nice Gatorade, like cold Gatorade. A refreshing change, like you get your head split open by a Gatorade truck.
Okay, relax. Jeez, all I said was like drown.
A giant frog. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, just things like that. And it seems, like I said, it seems like it's nothing, but it has like a different meaning for me. So, like I said, I try not to believe because to me, it's like I try to look at it through the eyes of an American. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. Okay.
Damn witch. I
Yeah.
look at it through the eyes of an American. And because it is like this. What?
Go ahead.
So I was like, this is stupid. It's like I said in the last podcast about how you have Caesar criticize, and that's the hypocrisy, the great hypocrisy. So again, my favorite book series is called Caesar. written by Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
For an audience of the Romans, so like show like Caesar's out there doing shit. Anyway, so they they used to do this thing where they would kill prisoners, and there was a guy that would interpret their death throes. So the guy's like convulsing, and this guy would like say, "Oh, this means that there's going to be, in 3 months there's going to be." So then this is one of the things that these sorcerers did, and they weren't like Roman by nature; they were just like Roman by political slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So Caesar writes in his book, he says, and these superstitious barbarians are sitting there counting the death throes that foretell their future, he says.
Yes.
And this is where it gets good. He said, but I know of a man that can read you tea leaves, and he is pretty accurate. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like you read that sentence and you're like, how, like, oh, their magic is so stupid. Like, can you imagine?
But I'm over here.
But I have a guy.
But I'm over here putting like eggs in a cup.
Yeah, eggs in a cup. So, but that's what I mean. It's kind of like, what did you do? Oh, you were able to, talk to my dead grandfather. Stupid. Don't do the egg thing. That's sorcery. Like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look at things with the eyes of an American. But there's always that Salvadorian pull. That's always like, ooh.
Yeah, I can hear it sometimes.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth.
It's not that one.
Not that one. That's Conor McGregor. Who the fuck are you? So anyway, so yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's hard for me to like take off those lenses.
Yeah.
Because and it seems like the older I get, the more I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's all I got to say. And enough of this podcast, guys. And if you guys head on over, this podcast was brought to you by Loot by Lottie. Go ahead, and if you type in the message Lucky Loot, you get 10% off your first purchase. It's all good stuff. They even have a coyote jaw. If you guys want to make a witch killing blade, that's the way to do it. Use that coyote jaw. Also, but what?
Nothing though.
Also by the Shadow Nation podcast, Shaun Burris has a new series. It's called Groceries and Ghosts. Check out his stuff. Actually, he's a pretty hilarious dude. I checked out his. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, he's a good dude. Go ahead, check him out. Like and subscribe.
To us too, not only him.
Yeah, to us too, not only him. Come on, guys. If you guys don't like seeing people get eaten by dogs, go ahead and subscribe. Also by T Public. T Public. Go check out our merch. The information's on the link tree. Go get yourself a nice shirt. I might just make a shirt of an egg, like pulling out ghosts. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Like a demon, whatever. Just yeah. So stay tuned, guys. That's all I got to say. So remember, guys, to always look both ways, especially if you find yourselves on Nightmare Road.